And the Eightfold Path, somehow, when it is about connecting with yourself through all these little suggestions, the Eightfold Path suggests, it's connecting ourselves in what is happening to us, what is around us. That's, I think we can discuss it, but experiment with it. That's became a feeling that many exercises are, I develop myself in a way that I train myself. But when you then study the tasks of the Eightfold Path, you will notice you hardly understand what it is about. Yeah, think only meaningful thoughts. What does this actually mean? Yeah, and so actually you cannot just take it as an exercise. And the theory is that the Eightfold Path is more about connecting yourself with yourself in your surroundings. Integrate yourself into your surroundings and perceive yourself from there, which is somehow a consciousness which we are not able to live, which you don't have to live now, but to feel that this wants to develop in us and connect inwardly with this development. And that's why the vowels and the consonants, they somehow play into this principle of the center, the vowels, heart forces, and the consonants, forces which from the world come towards me. And it's very interesting that when Steiner, he was the one who invented eurythmy or discovered it, yeah, or passed it on, brought it, and later he just described what you can do and so on. But in the beginning, everything he did was he described it as forces of nature. And I will bring it, but one specific point he also said, but in order to be able to experience it, you must first discover it in yourself. And that's why I somehow would like to work with you in a way that everything is in the videos already, yeah, more or less. That we somehow have prepared ourselves by having watched what I've already brought in through videos, more or less just looked at it or practiced it, yeah, the day before or in the morning or just before the meeting, that we can meet together in doing it. I still will bring concepts and ideas, because the eurythmy is the world of concepts. The etheric is the thinking. So you somehow must, it's learning to think with the body and not with the head, yeah? So we just must know what we try, yeah? But I do not want to elaborate on it. Only today, yeah? And only today I will bring ideas, and you can observe this and be attentive to that, yeah? But then we let go. And next time you have already maybe watched what I did with the U meditation and with the L and M. And then we do this meditation together. But first we do the L and the M, which I will just explain it. That's my suggestion for next time. And then we just leave them as if they would be in the room. And then we do together them movements for the U in this Eightfold Path idea of this step. And during the week, and that's somehow what I think to have discovered, this, yeah, you stand differently in the world. You have invited the world forces, yeah, to be part of your process. You are not only doing your caring for your development, you are embedded into something which also has a connection to you. That's the idea. And a little bit of theory, but not much before I want to pass on a few things about eurythmy. And the Eightfold Path goes through different steps of our being, yeah? And it begins with the right opinion, the so-called right opinion. Because what is right, what is not right, or is it upright, or is it the opinion which leads towards yeah, what I want, yeah, and not to something else. Yeah, one can feel into this, the right opinion. And then, and I will bring this in a little bit more depth, Steiner said, do this on Saturday. And when you then discover that in eurythmy, Saturday, or the name Saturday, is related to Saturn, and Saturn in eurythmy again has a connection to oo, the sound oo. And Saturn is also, when you look a little bit into what, yeah, the Babylonians passed on, a little bit to force fields, which one calls Aquarius and Capricorn. Yeah, you say it's the ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn. And then in eurythmy, Aquarius, that's M. Capricorn has to do with L. Yeah, or the M and the L allow us to connect with these forces. That's the force field we want to play with, the U, the M, and the L, when we deal with the first step of the path, starting next week. Yeah. And then it's also important or helpful to notice that Steiner actually made an application for the Eightfold Path with practical everyday exercises. Yeah? Changing handwriting, hiding objects. And here it starts with, he started with refraining from criticism. Yeah? And it's actually step by step, he gave practical exercises fitting to the steps of the Eightfold Path. But you maybe have noticed I spoke center and periphery are an important aspect of the Eightfold Path, yeah? And then you could somehow already see the right opinion so high, hardly to live, yeah? Only to strive towards to, yeah, periphery, and refraining from criticism, also from criticism against yourself, yeah? Protect yourself, the center. Yeah, how do I deal with this in my everyday life? So refraining from criticism strengthens your being, confronting your challenges in life. The right opinion prepares you for something which lies in the future, which is already present in our surroundings. That's the approach of this course. Yeah? And then you have the U, yeah? There are drawings of the U, very much, yeah? You see the feet, left and right, just pull together, left and right, merge into each other. You see how the arms are bent in, yeah? Because there's a flow from left and right towards you, creating this stream through the arms. Yeah? And the L and the M, which belong to it, they look so different. The U so thin and they so round. In the trauma working groups, we have looked at it a little bit, and we will look at it here from the different point of view. Where do we find the L and the M in nature? And we just try to touch them a little bit in ourselves to be able to feel them better at work around us. And when you look at the Eightfold Path, that's known. They're slightly different translations, but more or less the same. The right opinion, the correct judgment, the right speech, the right deed, the right standpoint, the right striving, the right memory, the right mindfulness. And then in tradition, yeah, you could somehow feel the right opinion has something to do with the head, yeah, judgment has something to do with the head, and right striving and standpoint, yeah, these things, they must have something to do with my body and how I stand. And right memory, yeah, what lies deep in me, it's deep, so it's down, yeah. And then you can see somehow it's away from top, from head to the base of your body, yeah. And then you can say, oh, maybe that's crown chakra, forehead chakra, the ringle chakra, heart chakra, and so on. And then you can attribute, it makes sense to combine these things with planetary concepts. Saturn, yeah, wow, yeah. Jupiter, this wisdom, yeah. Right speech, I want to express myself. Mars, yeah. The sun in the heart, and so on. And then Steiner came and said, yeah, great. But he said, maybe you put it in the context of time and do the first step on Saturday, the second on Sunday, the third on Monday, and so on. And then again, you have a combination with the planets, because the names of the days of the week, it's so obvious. They have the qualities of the planets, the sounds of the planets in them. Saturn, Saturday, Sunday, Sun, and so on. But in a way, in time, the specific thing of time, in space, you can tell me where you have a center. Okay, that's a space, and now I stand in the middle. But in time, where's the middle of time? And you already see, you touch the sphere of, there is no center. No, it's the circumference. It's actually the circle around the center you touch when you speak about time. So development, evolution. These resounds now in these names of Saturn, Sun, and so on. And then in eurythmy, yeah, you know, again, I told you, Saturn, U, Sun, Au, Moon, I, Mars, E, Mercury, E, Jupiter, O, Venus, A. And yeah, so it's for us, it's absolutely simple. We only have to know, forget everything, the right opinion, we deal with the U, the correct judgment is Au. Now that's how we want to go from week to week, keeping us busy with these qualities during the weeks. And then becoming a little bit more sophisticated. Yeah, U, L, M, Au, yeah, Sun with Leo, T, and yeah, and so on. Yeah. Yes, I will speak slower. Dear translators, I apologize. And so when you look at all these things I told you, you could get some confusion in your head, but you have seen it's just the background. One other thing I just want to point at, because it plays a role, but again, please forget about it. Only know there's more behind it. And when you now know that medicine is a pretty complicated study if you have to do it, it's so diverse. We somehow must confess that as long as eurythmy does not become as diverse as what you have to learn in medicine, yeah, it won't make the race. So we must strive for diversity, and yeah, and when you now look at the right opinion, then you see, oh, the crown chakra is Saturn, Saturday, Saturn. So we have somehow in our center, we work with Saturn qualities, yeah, spatially thought. And time-wise, in our circumference, we also say hello to Saturn when we work through the week with the right opinion. Yeah. But when we work with the correct judgment, we said, oh, that makes sense, forehead chakra, head, Jupiter forces, third eye, wisdom. But suddenly it says, no, do it on Sunday. The sun forces, your heart forces can be present. Yeah, the owl forces. So two different qualities. From within you develop Jupiter qualities, yeah, to prepare for correct judgment. But from your circumference, try to be receptive to the light, the sun, the warmth flowing towards you. Yeah, learn to decide with your heart, and your heart is much bigger than you think. Yeah, when you go further with the right speech, yeah, okay, the third chakra, Mars, your throat. And when you look through the days of the week, oh, Monday, moon, eye, yeah. So from the center, when you speak, you say Mars qualities. Yes, I want to speak. And speaking means I want to express myself. It's not just by spoken words. Yeah, what I express. And but from the circumference, yeah, the moon, what is bearing fruit? Yeah, what is fruitful? Different. Yeah, something is speaking towards you from there. And so you can go from step to step, and you will suddenly discover that you have center and circumference present when you do it. Yeah, when you the right D, the heart chakra. Yes, open your heart. Yeah, now you ray from within. Yeah, but from without, from the circumference, the Mars, what wants to be done, and then do what is needed. Yeah, and so you already from this you can come to an understanding of what this step could be about. Yeah. So again, so complicated, but interesting things in it, which are just present when we go through it. And you don't have to think of these connections at all. And to make it simple, I invited you to have a little bit of paper present and pen, and then we will finish soon with the presentation and go into practice. But yeah, when you just draw, this is a spiral with 7 circles somehow. Yeah. And then you could say, it's somehow a picture of our upright being. Yeah. And then you could say, okay, you remember these were this, when you go from top, in the past, we somehow go from our head forces to our deeper forces. Yeah, slowly we approach our deeper being. Yeah, it's the U which comes first. For next week, the U will lead us through the right opinion. This week, we only prepare for this idea. It could be like this, yeah, that we are not surprised and have to jump into this water. This week, we just try to feel how warm is it. Yeah, and then after the U, look the Au. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, I, Tuesday, Mardi, Mars, Mercury, Mercury, E, Thursday, Jupiter, O, and Friday, Freya's day, Venus, R. Yeah. This is the order that sounds will lead us through the path or give us inspirations. And then I've just said, and that makes it rich, the circumference, the L, yeah, and the M will somehow approach or be with us in our circumference and speak to us, or just accompany us. Yeah. So this will be the theme of next week. And so we can go quietly from week to week. And in the end, we have touched such a lot of different qualities and things. But when we practice, it's a meaningful and beautiful combination of 3 elements. The U, the L and the M. A little bit of background for practicing to let go and just dive into ourselves and from week to week in a different way. And when you want, I invite you to again join with me doing eurythmy and to allow me to today follow my my way of talking, bringing concepts in order to trying to take it back next time. And again, today the idea is to create an awareness. What qualities are we inviting to be present? That's really the meaning of today. We invite certain aspects to be there. And once you have invited someone for a coffee and this person is there, you don't have to invite them again and again and again because they are there. So next time they will just be around these qualities. And just stand upright and take a little bit of time to arrive at yourself. Breathe and let go. And in letting go, stay in contact with yourself. Don't let your well become empty. And stay upright and full. Allow yourself to still be fulfilled. Let your breath react. Always try to let your breath react. That's the thank you of your body. And receive it. And sometimes make a step just to, for a new start. And especially the vowels, from their center beings, they relate to geometry. And when you look at our body geometrically, we have an upper part, a lower part of the body. We have a back and in front. We have a left and right. That's the realm of the vowels. And this question of upper being and lower being, upper system, lower system, somehow we have to bring it together, but more or less it's our constitution. The gods do it for us. But we can at least say hello and try to influence it a little bit. So point with your fingers to a point under your feet and just describe a triangle of light around you and allow yourself to stand in it. And allow your breath to react and just stand in this triangle. For me, it's so nice. I hardly want to leave it again, but I come back because I want to do it again with you. And the only thing I ask you to take care of, that's the eurythmy, the basic eurythmy trick is 80% of your energy goes into what you do, 20% of your energy goes into staying in contact with yourself, perceiving yourself. Because this makes the countercurrents flow and actually makes you grounded at the same time. Please try this. Point towards underneath. Describe this triangle. Fill it with fantasy. through your fantasy with light, through your imagination. Feel your body and notice, I feel my feet. Oh, great. And then just let go. Breathe. Point to a point above your head. Create a triangle streaming downwards, sometimes called a triangle of weight. Yeah? Feel it. And allow, when your hands come down, one foot going to one side, the other one to the other, that you really feel grounded. You feel the connection with the earth. And again, when you let go and you have the feeling, oh, it's so great to come back. Wonderful. And already here, you notice two different principles. In the triangle of light, the countercurrent, if it goes well, comes at the same time and brings you in the feet. With the triangle of weight, you feel the weight, and the countercurrent comes when you let go, it carries you up again. And it's all about letting go. Yeah. So when you stream down, let your brain become mud. Let your throat become short and thick and ugly. Let your belly come out. Let your pelvis become not weak, but soft. Let your knees become loose and feel the ground. And is your throat still short? Is your brain still mud? Yeah. Then let go and come back and enjoy the reactions of your breath. And breathe. Yeah, this is this up and down. And in a way, when you do the O, it's somehow embracing those two triangles. Just feel having them in your arms. The triangle of light. Say hello to it by turning your hands a little bit. You have this triangle in your arms. And by turning your hands a little bit to the other side, you have the triangle of weight in your arms. And then you can try to play with them. Okay, and from there, the back and forth, which is a principle, it's a basic eurythmy exercise. Many of you know it. It's leaning backwards and it's leaning forwards. That's it. But you can imagine that in a way, it's this triangles which you enter. You just stand upright. And then somehow you lean back. And you just lean with your back against the one wall of your triangle. And you can feel the triangle of weight in front of this body. Yeah. And then when you go forward, you can have the feeling you lean against this triangle. And the triangle of weight, forms in your back, like this. Your back. And the triangle of light forms like this, with this gesture. So you move, just make it once again in those two triangles. Just feeling the borders connecting to the borders in a way of both triangles in front and in the back of your body and to the other triangle. So it's a transition of saying hello to the principle of up and down and back and forth. And that's where the vowels come in now, because the vowels are journey. And then you do the R, E, I, O, U, and you open up in order to receive. It brings you on your heels. And only if you're brought on your heels, it's R. Except you change it consciously, And then when you do the E, you can relax a little bit because you're protected and can come a little bit forward. When you do the E, which is opening up, risking something, you become not stable anymore. Yeah, your heels become light. Yeah, you are on the balls of your feet. When you embrace something, you're really in front. You leave yourself, but just that far that you do not lose yourself. And the ooh is just, yeah, I've done my job. I learned how to love. I can move on. Just notice once again, streaming in. E, being protected behind something, behind my own energy. E, opening up, yeah, risking something. O, coming forward, embracing with love. Ooh, I can go. So the R, E, I, O, U, the vowels are the story, the biography of, yeah, coming from back to forward. That's in our alphabet. Then you could say, okay, do I want to go with it? Do I refrain from something? It's already something which has to do more with ourselves. It's something, what happens to us? Oh, I went too far. Oh, I should have not done this, yeah? While the upper system and lower system, I cannot influence it. I can make the best of it, yeah? And then when we come to right and left, yeah, that's somehow this transformation of this system, yeah, of the triangle, which we noticed lives in the back and in front, into this, it merges into the question of left and right. Because when you say, okay, our heaven and earth, yeah, this drama, yeah, lives there. Here we have to solve it. That's our challenge. And when I think I'm feeling pulled apart, I just don't know what to do. This being pulled apart, you can feel in your body, it's this. Yeah. And then you notice that that's the main story of the vowels. Yeah. So when you now open up from your heart, yeah, with the R, you somehow feel into, oh, there is a right, there is a left. And from both sides, I'm made from two sides. Something streams towards me through two arms. And with the E, I bring left and right to a crossing. And just imagine, you have just make a step to the right and feel this energy of this column. Wow, what does it feel like? And then come back and make a step and feel the energy of this column. It feels very different. And then with the E, we bring this two qualities, plus and minus, male and female, together. Yeah. So this crossing over of these energies creates an inner energy. E. With R, I receive. With E, I grow. And when I feel strong enough, I open up to the E. Yeah. And then when I grow and the E comes and the E comes and the E comes and it grows and it grows, it will even bend me. And I'm a victim of myself. So I somehow must say, I must learn to deal with this left and right. I don't want to be bent. Nobody is bending me, not even I myself. Yeah, that's the challenge. So what do I have to do to grow and grow and grow? And something happens that this actually makes me upright and does not bend me. That's something I have to search for. And it has to do with this basic principle I've just mentioned. And then, excuse me, and then when we do it again, with this E, when you come back, and then that also means you make maybe something, quite a lot of things wrong. Yeah. And then you have made enough things, not perfectly, and errors crossed your life. Through this, you become able to love. And what does this mean when you do the O from the point of view of left and right? It actually means that you have learned to let left and right flow into each other, male and female qualities. They circle. This more female quality of the left side circles through the right arm. This energy of the right arm circles through my left arm. Yeah? So when you now do the O, it's embracing, it's filling things. It's again the center aspect from my heart. I flow into this. But the peripheral part is male and female flow into each other, circle. And then when this is reached, the U is I have managed to let this contradiction of left and right become a creative thing, which then opens the doors. And then we now do the L and the M. Yeah? These are, the invitation is to discover them as forces which are there, observable. Yeah? Not just doingable, observable. And let's first just look a little bit at the L. The basic movement is that you stretch out. You can also start at your heart. Then you come in, you create this circle. You come towards your heart. The heart is the transformative force where the turning of the hands, the creation of a bud takes place. And then it continues. And this sprouting transforms into blossoming, into smelling, and again into receiving. Butterflies coming. And at the end you arrive at your heart. And breathe. And the M is this quality of streaming forward and streaming towards yourself again. Receiving. Yeah? Becoming open, that it can even stream through you. You turn in your back, and when the stream comes, then the hands follow. And they arrive somewhere. And then the hands turn again, and it's coming again towards you. And when you speak L, just speak L for yourself. Nobody hears you, not in our meeting at least. Just speak L, please. L. And then close your nose with your fingers and speak L. L. Nothing changed. Now speak M. M. And now do the same. Just close the nose and speak M. M. No M coming out. So the M, speak it again. Principle, why does nothing come out? Because the lips are completely closed when you speak M. Nothing is allowed to come out. M. But At the same time, your body invented something that everything comes out through your nose. Just notice it. Speak again M, and the flow of the air comes through your nose. Only M. So M is the perfect combination of contradictions. This opposite, it's a contradiction, happens at the same time. Yeah. So what I try to practice in the M is I stream there, M. But giving is also receiving. I just must notice it. And receiving can also be giving. Yeah. If I don't accept a gift, it's not nice for the person wanting to say thank you. M and M. And when you do it archetypally, in a way you want to feel it, then you use your hands and you stream upwards. M. Yeah. And then you feel that a stream going into your feet. And then you stream downwards. And when you notice by streaming downwards, something streams upwards through your body, then you know you are doing M. And now the theory is that the U lives in L and M. Yeah? And it's pretty obvious that when you do the U, we do it with the L, that when you come up here, yeah, you go along your body. Yeah. And then again, you let go. So you go through this U body archetype. But I do not stress it that too much now at the moment, but the U is also flowing together from left and right. Yeah? When you just feel your left and right, and this flows together, yeah, this makes you stream forward. And now you see in the L, it actually, yes, something is streaming in from left and right, which makes it stream forward, upward. And then when I stream here, oh, it goes out. But can I notice the countercurrent? Already the M behind it. That when I stream out there, I feel already something is coming in. Let's try this. L. And just arrive in our U. I'm just feeling small. And this creates the light in me. And then in this U, the M. M. And M. And then breathe, relax, and just sit down for a few minutes. In this today, it's mainly bringing ideas for our journey. I will continue to say a few things. But you yourself just stay sitting and feeling. What is what we tried? What is it doing in me? We touch so many different things, hardly staying with one thing for at least a little bit of time. No, we just went through everything, so many things. But still, how does my body feel now? Is it completely confused? Or do I find places of calmness? Where do I feel traces of warmth? Physical warmth, but also warmth in form of contentness. And where do I feel vitality or liveliness? How is it in my central body? How is it in my feet? And my head, does it feel pretty full, or does it feel rather empty? I have given up. Maybe, no, maybe emptier, because maybe can't even say this anymore. And what is the level of contentness? And the invitation and we start in 1 week's time. And it's just preparing yourself for the method is that you now try, and you can stay sitting, that you now try to discover this M and L everywhere in nature. And as a meditation, then we try to do these ooh qualities here, yeah, and have what the Eightfold Path wants us to look at this week, have in mind a little bit. At the same time, when we walk somewhere, then we pour coffee in a cup, yeah, and we see suddenly there's something going in, and then the circles come around. Maybe there's a little bit of L present. Or is it M because the coffee just falls into the liquid? But it also comes up again, yeah? It's not just being, yeah, what was down comes up, what was up is down. So is there a little bit of this? When you go along a lake and the waves make this to the shore and arrive, and then flow back. Is it maybe a little bit of M in it? And which part is emmiger? Yeah, more M. This part? Or when it flows back, this part? Where do you find the M? Yeah. When what I observed yesterday, you see these trees. Now in spring, you see the branches so nicely. And then you have the feeling there's something rounding it off. It's not just growing, but it becomes a shape, round. Is there maybe an L behind it? When you look at the skyline with hills, and you see they are not just like this, yeah, lots of corners, but you feel there's roundness. What makes it round? Or what do you feel when you follow this roundness with your arms, your hands? When you look at a tree with such a stem, can you feel a little bit what's going on under the earth? Yeah, and when you see it unfold, yeah, can you feel qualities like this? Is the M, the countercurrent. I move, but the air is moving along me. Can I feel this? When I go back, yeah, something is just going along there. And all these things, when you place a foot, no, now I was just I think now I want to say, oh yes, you can also do this M quality in your, how you place your foot, that it feels like M, that you just place the foot and you feel into the earth, but somehow the earth also creeps in you because you feel it come. Yeah, this is M, but then I do it already again in myself. This is only to try to discover it out there. Yeah, this is the invitation, which just have it in mind. Start looking around into nature. Start, oh, I'm interested in you. Wait, I will come soon and I will discover so many layers. Or ask you if you want to unveil, reveal layers of you. Can we meet? Just get into the mood. Don't force yourself to anything. Not now, and also not later. Yeah. And this is my invitation. And from next time, we will do it in a way you will receive an email. Do you want to look at the videos, please? Yeah, on Saturday. Would be great. And on Sunday, we meet. I speak this text. We do the consonants L and M. We work with the R, the U in this next time. And then we let go. Have this meditation in mind, which we do in the end with the U. And then see what the week will bring to us. Are there questions? Then put them now. Otherwise, I invite us to go with this past meetings, try to develop a quiet pace. Yeah, we can ask things, but maybe we do not have to. Yeah, it's turning towards our inner mood of trust in in what is there and go with what is there. And I personally am very much looking forward to these coming weeks because you know how it is. I say you do this and this, but I wouldn't. You also tell me, Theodore, do this and do the path and go with us this way. So I'm very much looking forward to the discoveries we will make together. And we will also create opportunities that you then, now we are still discussing it. Do we have breakout rooms or not to reflect? It's nice to be aware of which path we are going together, but we still should find a way of doing it in a calm mood. Yeah. So please be open that we will also meet in little groups, probably after having done. No. I'm looking for the right words, you know. It's not exercises, it's saying hello to the elements of our path. It's all about the riddle, who are we? And very often we look for who are we and look this way. Who are we? I want to understand myself. And the path, maybe who are we, wants to widen this question to another aspect. Okay, I say goodbye. We say goodbye. Thank you so much to the translators. I hope you survived. It will become, I will become quieter next times, just because of the way we will work.